I'm here in Irvine on the west coast of Scotland, and behind me is what experts say is not only one of the best examples of Wearside shipbuilding craftsmanship left in existence, but also one of the most historic vessels in the world. Despite this, however, the 150-year-old City of Adelaide faces destruction, as its owners say they can no longer afford to keep her. The wreckers could soon be moving in, unless of course a band of campaigners succeed in their aim of bringing the ship back to Sunderland. Peter Maddison is chairman of SCARF, the City of Adelaide Recovery Fund, set up with the sole intention of raising the $1.5 million needed to bring the ship home. A marine engineer and expert in restoring wooden vessels, he's so passionate about the ship he named his daughter Adelaide after her. I spoke to him as he made his first visit to the clipper.
I'm so very happy finally to be here. I've heard about this ship for decades. I'm an ex-merchant man. I've worked on restoration of old wooden boats before. And this clipper ship line here is talked about internationally, not just in Sunderland. People are not just passionate about this ship in Sunderland, but in Australia, in America, in Western Norway, people around the world know about this ship. And now that the Cutty Sark has gone, this is the most important composite clipper ship left in the world. As you can see, Ross, she still has amazingly, remarkably good lines after all these years, and she's been sunk twice, and she's had a lot of mishaps in her life. She is still in remarkable good condition. She's a solidly built Sunderland clipper ship, and I'm just amazed after all this time that she survived in such good shape.
Obviously what we've got here is the City of Adelaide. As Peter's explained, she's salvageable, she's recoverable, and she's actually in a very good condition considering her age and what she's been through over the past couple of decades. All we need now is for the people of Sunderland to get behind this campaign that's been launched by SCARF and bring this vessel home. This is Wearside shipbuilding talent. What you're seeing here, our forefathers in Sunderland built this fantastic vessel, and we owe it to them really to bring this ship back to the River Wear. I think the raising the £1.5 million that we need to recover this vessel and bring her back to Sunderland is a big challenge. But we've met bigger challenges in the past. I mean, look at 1973 when we beat Leeds in the FA Cup. Sunderland people can meet a challenge like this. We don't want people to actually give us readies for the fund. All we need is pledges of financial support, and that pledge will only be honoured if our bid is successful.
Jim Tildersley is consultant at the Scottish Maritime Museum, which owns the Adelaide. He said the trustees would prefer to see the ship rescued if at all possible, but thinks SCARF has its work cut out to do so.
They've got some good ideas, they know where they should be going, and they're beginning to hold meetings. And really, they've put together these meetings in a very short timescale, so they're on the right roads. I think they're up against it from a couple of points of view. The main one is the timescale. The museum has to move on with deconstruction, and it can't slow that process. And my guesstimate is that perhaps there's 4 months or so before we'd be ready to put out tenders for the work of deconstruction to begin. So time is the first thing. Secondly, it might be achievable to raise the sort of money to move the vessel, and a ballpark working figure is about £1.5 million. And that's okay, you can move the vessel, but you've got to have somewhere for it to go. And I think the second and most urgent issue is having a business plan that goes beyond raising the money to rescue it and has a home for the vessel and a long-term plan to get it restored and open to the public.
This is Ross Robertson reporting from Irvine for SunderlandEcho.com.